Good morning everyone. This video is for the students of class 11th, subject economics. In this video, we shall read our chapter number 5, that is price elasticity of demand, and this is my lecture number 3 for this chapter. So in our last video, we have read about degrees of elasticity. In this video, we shall read about flatter the curve, greater the elasticity. See this through this graph. Price is shown on y-axis, quantity demanded is shown on x-axis. Now when we talk about forced demand curve, that is D1, price is reduced from OS to OS1. At this point demand is OL1. Okay, demand is OL1. When the curve has become flatter, what happened? There is same fall in price OS to OS1, but demand has increased from OL1 to OL2. So this shows that flatter the curve, greater the elasticity. Now have a look on factors affecting price elasticity of demand. There are a number of factors that affect price elasticity of demand. A change in price does not always lead to the same proportionate change in demand. It means that it is not necessary that if there is change in price, then it will definitely make a proportionate change in demand. For example, a small change in price of AC, that is a luxurious commodity, may affect its demand to a considerable extent, where large change in price of salt may not affect its demand. Why? Because it is the basic necessity of our life. We have to buy salt whether it is costly or not, whether its price is rising or not. So elasticity of demand is different for different goods. Okay. So the first factor that affects the elasticity of demand is nature of commodity. Elasticity of demand for a commodity is influenced by its nature. Means elasticity of demand differ from product to product, commodity to commodity. A commodity for a person may be a necessity, a comfort, or a luxury. It depends. Okay. When a commodity is a necessity like food grains, vegetables, medicines, etc., its demand is generally inelastic. Okay, that means demand for goods, necessity goods, will not change as it is required for human survival. So elasticity of demand for necessity goods is inelastic and its demand does not fluctuate much with change in price. When a commodity is a comfort like car, refrigerator, etc., its demand is generally elastic as consumer can postpone its consumption. Okay, as if prices of such comfort commodities will rise, then demand will decrease. So demand is generally elastic. It will change. Okay. When commodity is a luxury car, luxury like AC, DVD player, etc., its demand is generally more elastic. Okay, demand is more elastic as compared to demand for comforts. The term luxury is a relative term as any item like AC may be a luxury for a poor person but not for a rich person. The second factor that affects the price elasticity of demand is availability of substitutes. Demand for a commodity with large number of substitutes will be more elastic. Why? Because people will shift to its substitutes. Okay. If price of a good will increase, then buyers or consumers will definitely shift to its substitute. Okay. So the reason is that even a small rise in its price will induce the buyers for its substitutes. For example, rise in price of Pepsi encourages buyers to buy Coke and vice versa. If prices of Pepsi will increase, then we will shift to Coke. Thus, availability of close substitutes makes the demand sensitive to change in price. On the other hand, commodities with few or no substitutes like wheat and salt have less price elasticity of demand, because people can't shift to any other goods. They have to purchase these goods. So their price elasticity of demand is less. The third factor that affects the price elasticity of demand is income level. Elasticity of demand for any commodity is generally less for higher income level groups in comparison to people with low incomes. It happens because rich people are not influenced much by changes in price of goods. Okay, if prices of any product of any commodity will increase, then it will not affect the demands for rich people. They can afford it, they can buy them. But poor people are highly affected by increase or decrease in price of goods. As a result, demand for lower income groups is highly elastic demand. Okay. The next factor that affects the price elasticity of demand is level of price. Okay, level of price also affects the price elasticity of demand. Costly goods like laptop, AC, etc. have high elastic demand, as their demand is very sensitive to changes in their prices. Okay, because if their prices rise, then demand will decrease. So they are highly elastic. However, demand for inexpensive goods like needle, matchbox, etc. is inelastic, as change in price of such goods do not change their demand by a considerable amount. Okay, so elasticity of demand also depends on the level of price of the commodity. Elasticity of demand is low at lower level of price of the commodity and high at higher level of price of the commodity. Next factor is postponement of consumption. What does this mean? This means that demand will be elastic for goods, the consumption of which can be postponed. See, commodities like biscuits, soft drinks, etc., whose demand is not urgent, have highly elastic demand, as their consumption can be postponed in case of any increase in their prices. Okay, we can avoid their consumption. We can say like that, if now today the prices are high, then we can purchase them later on. Okay. However, commodities with urgent demand like life-saving drugs have inelastic demand because of their immediate requirement. Okay. Now the next factor is number of uses. If the commodity under consideration has several uses, then its demand will be elastic. When price of such commodity increases, then it is generally put to only more urgent uses, and as a result its demand falls. Okay, if price of such commodity increases, demand falls because such goods are only put to more urgent uses in that case. When prices fall, then it is used for satisfying even less urgent needs and demand rises. For example, electricity is a multiple use commodity. Okay, it is used for lighting, room heating, air conditioning, cooking, etc. Fall in its price will result in substantial increase in its demand, particularly in those uses like AC, heat converter, convector, etc., where it was not employed formally due to its high price. Okay, due to its high price. On the other hand, a commodity with no or few alternative uses has very less demand. The next factor is share in total expenditure. Proportion of consumers' income that is spent on a particular commodity also influences the elasticity of demand for it. Greater the proportion of income spent, more is the elasticity, and vice versa. See, demand for goods like salt, needles, soap, matchbox, etc. tends to be inelastic, as consumers spend a small proportion of their income on such goods. Okay, we have to spend a very less amount of our price for purchasing such goods. So their demand is inelastic. When prices of such goods change, consumers continue to purchase almost the same quantity of these goods. Okay. However, if the proportion of income spent on a commodity is large, then demand for such commodity will be elastic. Okay. If we are spending less income, then demand will be inelastic. We can easily purchase it if there is a slight rise in the price also. But if we are spending a lot of income on a commodity and its prices rises again, at that time we will not purchase it. So demand for the goods on which income spent, a lot of income is spent, demand for such commodity will be elastic. The next factor is habits. Commodities which have become habitual necessities for the consumers have less elastic demand. It happens because such a commodity becomes a necessity for the consumer and he continues to purchase it even its price rises. Okay, there are some commodities which becomes habitual necessities for the consumer. Okay, whether their prices rises or not, they will definitely purchase them. So price elasticity of such goods or such commodities is less elastic. For example, alcohol, tobacco, cigarettes are some examples of habit forming commodities whose elasticity is less. The last factor is time period. Demand is inelastic in short period and elastic in long period. It is because long period is long enough for a consumer to change his consumption habits. Okay, like we read in the last factor that the consumer builds habit of the commodity, and in long period there are more chances of it. So in demand for a commodity in long period is elastic in comparison to short period. Finally, it can be concluded that elasticity for demand for a commodity is affected by a number of factors. However, it is difficult to say which particular factor or combination of factors determines the elasticity. It all depends upon circumstances of each case. That's why we read this at the level of microeconomics. So now your homework is you have to read lesson number 6, that is price elasticity of demand, and prepare it.